This sucks. This sucks. My video sucks. This decision sucks. Everything sucks today. I'm going to talk about how this was a terrible choice. I'm going to show you evidence that it was a terrible choice. How the Bank of Canada being reactive means they have the reaction time of a dead raccoon. Despite my disappointment, I'm going to remind you that if you like my video, please like, follow, and share. And if you'd like to work together, the link is in the bio. No, I'm not saying they should have cut the rate because I'm a realtor. I'm saying they should have cut the rate because the numbers say they should have cut the rate. And it's not like I'm the only one saying it has to get to 2%. And 2% is not just a number being pulled out of our ass. There's a reason why the number is 2%. Douglas Porter, chief economist at BMO, says Bank of Canada is going down to 2%. Why 2%? Because the Fed released their latest update measuring the natural rate of interest on May 30th. The natural rate of interest for Canada, the US, and the EU. This is the point where the rate is neither stimulating the economy nor restricting the economy. And for Canada, that point is 1.84%, or about 2%, which is way better than the European Union. They have to get below zero. And the US is just, they're heading for disaster. That amount of restriction, like the difference between this point and the central bank rate, that's the degree of restriction you have. For the US, it's horrible. For us, not terrible, less than 1%. But still, this is where we need to get to. The Bank of Canada's job is to have a strong dollar, full employment, and a neutral economy. Well, they've got some of that right. Canadian dollar outperforms 8 G10 currencies as investors await BOC rate decision. And the dollar went up because of the decision. But still, we are not at full employment. And I don't know if you can find too many people who would say at this point in time that our economy is doing spectacular. Most definitely not. And it's going to get worse. I'd like to remind people these last two price wars that happened, 2014 and 2016 and 2020, when the rates got slashed. Like now, they're telegraphing the move. You know what's coming. You know what's coming. Oh, right, but they're being reactive. This news about the increased production that came out on the weekend. How reactive are you? This news came out last week. How reactive are you going to be? Like, we all know you're going to get there. But abrupt changes are bad. Like, if all of a sudden they go 3/4 point cut, that's going to be disruptive. People are going to say, oh shit. Slow, steady decreases to this point would be a much better idea. Don't you think? Apparently they don't. And the EU is expected to cut. Their announcement comes out tomorrow. It's like a 99% chance they're going to cut. And they're at 2.4 right now. So if we would have cut a 1/4 point, would that have been really harmful to our dollar? I don't think so. Especially given how many people are losing faith in the US dollar. This was a bad call. And I don't believe this thing about them being reactive. I think they're going to be reactive to a fault. I think they're proving that they're being reactive to a fault. I can only report the news.